Hello everybody, in today's video we will be cleaning up a used Kizer mini sheepdog, the Kizer exclusive in 4V with green aluminum scales. This one was obviously used before I owned it. I got this for $15 at my local pawn shop. It did not come with a pocket clip, unfortunately. And by did not, I mean it fell out. So anyway, I hope they do send me another one, but we'll see where that goes. First off, go ahead and grab a T8. And unscrew the pivot screw. Now this is, where was I going with this? A liner lock knife with nested liners. Yep, nested liners. Okay. The sponge is here for cleaning the blade specifically. Blade isn't in the best of condition. And by isn't in the best, I mean it's just really dirty. Let's take that out of here. Ooh boy, that thing is dirty. Look at all that dust everywhere. This thing's going to be spotless or near spotless when I'm done. Can't wait to see this thing actually clean. So my buddy that works at the pawn shop where I bought it is the one who brings in all of the knives for the pawn shop. And he offered this one to me, I think for $40 originally, and then sold it to the pawn shop for probably around $8. These things brand new, I think, go for about $160. So I got a ridiculously good deal. At this point, I'm just gonna ask him for better deals because he's still making money on them at these ridiculously low prices anyway. And trust me, I wouldn't be asking for a better deal if he wasn't making money on it. So we're going to go ahead and start off with cleaning the blade. We'll take the sponge here that I did get wet before the video and just scraping it against the Brillo pad side. Okay, go ahead and wipe it off since it's just water now. Okay, that actually cleaned up really nice, really quick. There's just that stuff right there, which can get taken care of pretty easily. Yep, that was it. Nice and quick. Don't feel or see anything else on my end, except for around this area. Okay, that cleaned up really nice as well. Okay, this is going to be easier than I expected. Now this is an older sponge, one that we don't use for anything anymore. So, because I don't know what kind of residue it is on this knife, I wouldn't be doing this with a sponge that we use on a regular basis. Dang, that looks terrible on the video. But this piece is done. Next up, we will go ahead and put the sponge away or on a plastic case for now. Dry this off real quick. And then Q-tip time. grab a... Actually, we're going to try something new. And by new, I mean I've done this a million times, and I'm tired of using Q-tips for all of the larger stuff, so we'll just use a microfiber. And wipe all of this off. All that dust and grime that builds up over the years. That looks way better than it did. This thing weighs nothing right here. We're going to go ahead and do this on the other side as well. Get all that crap out of there. Beautiful. That side looks pretty good too. That again weighs nothing. Okay. Now this is a tricky part right here. Taking these out and remembering where they go without rewatching the video. Now, if I was doing watchmaking, which I may try later on in the channel's lifetime, I have thought about it for a while. It's a lot more complicated than knives, and it's a lot more complicated than guns as well, which I am also not too bad with. I don't take apart my guns as often as I take apart my knives, and I honestly think that some of my knives are a little more complicated than my guns. So this one was right here. We'll go ahead and clean this off too. That's going to happen off camera because honestly, you guys don't really need to see that. It's not that big of a deal. But you guys will see that it's clean. Nice and clean all the way around. Go ahead and push that back in. Okay. Next is this side, which has some stuff on it. We'll go ahead and take care of all that. Okay. Put that back as well. Okay. Now off to the other liner, which is skeletonized. Yeah, this knife is really, really lightweight for the size. Well, I mean, it's really small too, but it barely weighs anything. Going to go ahead and clean the stop pin. Yeah, we can do better than that. You guys can see all that grime sitting there that builds up over time when you don't take care of your knives. Same stuff happens when you don't take care of everything else. Over time, the stuff builds up. Nothing works as smoothly as it used to. Take care of your stuff. Next up, these ball bearings. Clean those up real quick. I think that's everything that's needed to be cleaned. So next we will move on to putting it back together. Now, which side? This side has this. Okay, so this goes right here. T6. Beautiful. the other T6. And that will pull it back in to where it needs to be, right there. Barrel spacers are in place. Okay. Wonderful. Next we will, I think this side goes on next, so we'll go ahead and clean that off real quick. Okay. This will go into this side. And there we go. Just like that. Okay. Little bit of oil right there and right there. Place a ball bearing. We'll put the blade next with a little bit of oil on it as well. Okay. Yes, I see the stop pin rolling away. So we'll go ahead and place that in next. Okay, there we go. Oh, don't want to forget the other ball bearing. Right there, right there. Ball bearing next. Drop right there and right there. Okay. Now, T8. Now the T8 currently is just to hold this in place while I figure out the barrel spacers. Okay, that barrel spacer is in. And that barrel spacer is in as well. We will double tighten or double check these just to make sure. Yep, that one was loose. Tight, tight, beautiful. Now check. Ah, yep, that needs to be tightened. Of course. Oh yeah, that needs to be tightened a lot. I think that that is centered. Nice and smooth. Oh, that's just beautiful. Love it. Can't wait to carry this thing. Really, really comfortable. Fits the hand interestingly when you hold it like this. And that's probably the way that I'd hold it. I wouldn't really hold it like that because my hands are too large. But that is great. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.